guys, welcome back for another video. We got the FJ today. I'm gonna get into that, but for now, just enjoy this. Enjoy this, enjoy this. What do you think, guys? Wanna go work with Dad today? Wanna go work with Dad today? There's a room in here. I wanna lay down in there and let them drive. Okay, let's go. Come on, let's go to work. Let's go to work. Go on, go on, let's go to work. Come on, hey, let's go. You guys can jump up in there, no problem. Okay, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Go on, Tony. Good girl. Go on, buddy. Go on. What a suck. All right, come on, buddy. Let's go. Oh. All right, now that Wendell made me pick him up and put him in there. All right, let's go to work. Good girl. You gotta crank the AC for these guys. Alright guys, now the dogs decided to get in the vehicle, we're gonna talk about this. So, topic of the day, is the Toyota FJ Cruiser a good daily commuter, a good daily driver? Is it the best SUV for pets? So first question, is it a good daily driver? Me personally, I think it absolutely is. It checks off a lot of boxes. It checks off four-wheel drive capability. It checks off, you know, you got the height, you got the capability of an SUV. It can tow like 5,000 pounds. It's comfortable. It really is comfortable. Once you're in there in your position, it is comfortable. I raised the back of my seat up. I took the bolts out, put some spacers in, raised the back of my seat up, tightened it back down, used all the proper material, and now I'm extremely comfortable because I did find the seating position a bit low and tipped it back a little bit. It handles good. This has a lift, a 3-inch lift with the Fox shocks and camber control arms. So this is lifted a bit, the suspension's soft. I've got 33-inch tires on this, and it still drives extremely nice. The powertrain, yes, it could have a bit more power, but the 4-liter V6 actually does a pretty decent job. It doesn't need to shift down all that much on the highway. It's fairly quiet. This has a MagnaFlow exhaust, so it's a little bit louder, but just driving on a daily basis, and turning capability, like if you're in town or you want to park somewhere, this thing turns on an absolute dime. If you've ever owned one of these or you've owned a Jeep, you know what I'm saying. But these things turn on a dime. Then you have, you know, the ability to go back to your camp. You know, I mentioned the four-wheel drive system, so the snow. They're great in the snow. I really don't have anything bad to say about these things other than the blind spots. There absolutely is some blind spots, and with the small mirrors that are designed for getting in tight places, off-roading and stuff, that's the only downfall of this vehicle. But once you get used to the mirrors, it's not that bad. I think the mirrors are still better than the Dodge Ram mirrors when they're not in tow position. But anyway, that's another story. But this, yeah, I mean, there's a huge pillar right here. Like, that's massive. And that's a big blind spot. It is. When you're in the driver's seat and you look across the cab and you see that on your other side, that's a huge blind spot. No doubt about it. It is. And then your back window is fairly small. And then you got half of your spare tire if you have that mounted in the back, covering that up. So your visibility in this vehicle is not that great, but you get used to it. If you're a good driver, you have no issues. You use your mirrors, you know, you just use common sense, do all your checks, everything will be all right. So for a daily, Absolutely. If you have one vehicle and you needed to do multiple things, this can be the vehicle for you. Absolutely, hands down, without a doubt. So the second part of the equation, I actually had a guy at soccer the other night when I played soccer, and he said, "How do you like that?" And I said, "Honestly, I love it." Because he has a husky, he has a big husky. And he said, "I was actually Googling, best SUVs for pets, for dogs. And the FJ was one of them." And I said, "Well, man, absolutely. When you fold those seats down, you guys just seen it. When you fold those back seats down, you have an enormous amount of room. I can sleep back there. That's one of the reasons why I bought this vehicle, because I use this vehicle to go do site inspections and stuff. And a lot of my site inspections to these remote tower sites, they're in the middle of nowhere. So I bought this in case, hey, I just want to set up shop, set up camp, and camp out here for the night. I can sleep in the back of that vehicle. Both of my dogs are 90 pounds. They're both around 90 pounds. They're big dogs. They're Great Pyrenees. They're huge. And they lay back there like it's a penthouse. They have so much room back there, it's unbelievable. They love it. They love this vehicle. Even when the seats aren't folded up or folded down, you do have quite a bit of storage back there as well. So if you did have people in the back, or you had storage, if you didn't have the roof rack, you can store stuff in the back. If you had one dog, there's still plenty of room. But for two dogs, it would be fairly tight. But with the seats folded down, man, they love it. They love it. They got it made. And this back window actually opens manually. There's there's a piston there, but you have to turn the key. This unlocks, so you can flip that up. And actually what I'm gonna do, because my dogs, I don't trust them 100%, they might jump out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a mesh on the inside of there so I can pop this up and the dogs can stick their heads, get some breeze. Because my 4Runner has that, but you can crank it up and crank it down by power, and the dogs love it. They love sitting there looking at the window. So for a family vehicle, for a pet vehicle, for a daily driver, I think this is perfect. I think it's perfect. It's the perfect vehicle for pets, especially if you like going camping, or you like going off-roading, or you just want to go for a day and just hit some trails. And then Monday to Friday, you want a vehicle to take to work. I think this vehicle checks off so many boxes. I'm really disappointed that Toyota stopped producing these vehicles in North America. This is a 2007. This is the first year that these came out. This thing's in incredible shape. There is not a spot of rust on this. It is now 2019. There's not a spot of rust on this anywhere. The underbody's been taken care of. It's been undercoated. It's great. This thing is holding up so well. I'm really disappointed that Toyota decided to stop making these. Obviously they weren't selling enough, probably because it takes the right person to buy one of these. And honestly, when you buy one, it tends to last so damn long. But anyway, we're gonna jump in the vehicle. We're gonna go for a drive. I'll sort of show you some of the blind spots. It does have some downfalls, but also the beauty of it with the pets is that everything on the inside you can't see right now because of the blankets there. But I do have a review out on this thing, so feel free to check that out. Everything is plastic. Like, you fold the seats down, it's all plastic. The inside's all plastic. These seats are water resistant and they clean up so easily. Like dog hair, if you have cloth interior, you know what I mean when I say that, like the dog hair actually stitches itself into the seat. Like it weaves right in and the vacuum doesn't get it out. You gotta actually pull it out. These seats don't do that. Like, whatever they're made out of, I don't know, but they are water resistant. And you take a vacuum and you clean this thing in 5 minutes. The hair just comes right out. Like I said, everything's plastic, so the dogs aren't going to tear up leather. They're not going to tear up, cloth. It's plastic. If it scratches, it scratches. Who the hell cares? That's what you bought this vehicle for. You bought this because you got pets. You want to go off-roading. You want to go to the camp. But you want something that you can drive Monday to Friday and you can look damn good in. I think this thing looks great. I like the way I got it set up with the lift and the tires and all that. The only thing I gotta take care of is these damn rims, man. These rims are terrible. I'm definitely doing something with these. These wheels need some attention, and they're gonna get some. But anyway, we're gonna jump in the vehicle. I don't have any fuel, of course, so I'm gonna go fill up. We're gonna go for a bit of a drive. I'll give you the on-road characteristics of the vehicle, and we'll just take it from there. All right, guys, so now that the vehicle has its fuel, I have my fuel, we're set and ready to go. The only ones who don't have their fuel are the dogs. They're just hanging out. All right, so what's it like to drive this thing? Well, you're gonna find out. We're gonna go for a little highway drive. You're gonna see, you know, how much power it's got. The braking's really good in this thing. I actually did just a couple months ago. I just replaced the brake pads all the way around. I put new calipers and rotors on the front. They needed it. But the braking feels really good with the Fox shocks, so I can't speak for stock. But with the lift and the Fox shocks, you do have a bit of brake dive. There's no doubt about that. You do. You do have some body roll going around turns. Again, I don't know about the stock configuration, but with the Fox shocks, you know, aim towards being soft and off-road. Yeah, you do have some body roll as well. Inside the cab, it's very basic. Like, it's extremely basic, and I love that about it. This is sort of one of the lower trims. The higher trims do have, you know, some controls on your steering wheel for radio and stuff, and you got your compass and all that mounted up here. This one doesn't have that. You easily can take this out and put a nice infotainment system in very easily. Cruise control works great, you know, everything in here works great. The wipers, it has power mirrors, and you know, it's got the basics. Power windows, auto down for the driver's side. So let's get on the highway. We'll just give it a little bit of juice. So you can see it gets up and goes. There's really no issue in my mind with power. I don't really see an issue with power. You don't buy this thing to go down the road racing BMW sports cars. That's not what you buy this for. You don't buy this to tow a huge amount of weight. Can it do it? It can tow some weight, and it can get up and go with no problems. But that's not what you're buying this thing for. So as far as power-wise goes, I think it's definitely adequate. And as far as off-roading, it certainly has enough torque. That's what really matters when you're rock crawling and stuff, is the torque. And you know, you put this thing in four-wheel drive, 4-low, and there's more than enough power to get up and go, crawl over the rocks. So in that aspect, and on a daily basis, you know, you want to pass somebody on the highway, or you know, you need to accelerate to get out of a bad situation, the vehicle has enough. Absolutely, the vehicle has enough power. Okay, so you can hear that it is a bit loud in here. Yes, there is road noise. It's a very high vehicle, you know, square box, top heavy, and you got this basically flat windshield. So you're gonna catch some road noise. There's no way around it. You're gonna catch some wind. So you are gonna get blown around a little bit. But as far as handling wise goes, and wind, as far as affecting your drivability, it's not that bad. But you are going to get some wind noise and road noise, a lot of the noise. But you do hear road noise. Yes, these tires are 35-inch, you know, fairly aggressive all-terrain tires. But it's not going to be as quiet as, you know, my 4Runner, or as you know, Ford Explorer or anything like that. It's not going to be that quiet. It's extremely comfortable. You get this little tiny armrest right here, and it's adjustable. You get that on both sides. The seats are really comfortable. I had this vehicle on, you know, like a 1,200-mile road trip to New Brunswick, and I was extremely comfortable the entire time. And I had Wendell with me. I had tools with me. So you can see, for the dogs, you know, look how much room there is back there. They're just hanging out, enjoying themselves. You know, like there's so much room. You can fit your luggage back there, you can fit tools back there alongside with them. I could fit 2 more dogs back there and they would have no problems. They would all be comfortable. I think, honestly guys, I think this is the perfect vehicle for pets, for dogs. If you're someone who has dogs, you know, like I do, I think this is the perfect vehicle for that. It checks off so many boxes. It absolutely does. But, you know, just cruising, guys, it does shift down on hills. There's no doubt about that. You are going to hear the engine, and the transmission is going to shift down like it just did, you know, right back there on that hill. But what, you know, it's a gas vehicle. Gas vehicles do. The only way around that is to put a diesel in this, and oh my goodness, would I love to put a diesel in this. I would love to put one of the little Toyota Helix diesel engines in this. Man, that would be incredible. Fuel mileage. I have not done a fuel mileage test in this vehicle yet. That is definitely coming. But it's right around where the 4Runner would be. So I'm guessing, you know, it's between 18 and 20 mpg on a consistent basis with these tires on it, because I pretty much average, you know, what I usually average for fuel mileage. Actually, but I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I think I pretty much summed it up. If you need a Swiss Army knife for a vehicle, this can definitely be it. I think the FJ Cruiser is the Swiss Army knife of vehicles on the road. Absolutely. But anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We got lots of stuff going on here right now. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. The more subs, the more likes, the better. The more views, the better. And till next time, stay safe. All right, bye.